the sheer amount of drivers from the state of Oregon with 410s. You almost have half a dozen drivers and teams that have that. That never existed 20 years ago. You might have one or two guys, but it was to be expected, the Roger Crockett's of that nature. But now 410 racing is big. It's back on the West Coast in a big major form. We've seen that with the NARC 410 series and, of course, Skagit Speedway. It's great to see the renaissance of 410 racing trickle into the state of Oregon.
If you recognize that voice, Ben Deathridge, the voice for the most part with the NARC King of the West Sprint Car Series out here on the West Coast. They have had a ton of great racing so far this year, and Ben will be joining me up here in the tower in the Hasty Baked Girls booth all night long. Let's take a look at the weather forecast for tonight. As you can imagine, when we get up here in the Pacific Northwest or closer and closer to it, the weather's going to be pretty good. 90 degrees, 5-mile-per-hour winds, clear skies here greet us on a picture-perfect day in Roseburg, Oregon. Cars getting on the racetrack right now for engine heat. Then we'll get into hot laps in about 15 minutes time here. Let's take a look at the race schedule, what we are going to be looking at here tonight. As per usual, it's one of our normal races here with Kubota Highland Racing. Hot laps and qualifying will kick things off here at 6 p.m. Heats, a dash, a B main, and a 35-lap feature event will take place here on the 3/10 mile. $12,000 to win and $1,200 to start. Our winner of the last race on Saturday night at the Gold Cup Race of Champions was Corey Day. And fun fact about Corey Day, out of the 16 full-time high rollers, he is the only one that has been here in the past, Ben, and he's been here and won here as well.
Yeah, convincingly during the fastest 4 days of motorsports in 2023. He won 3 out of those 4 races, and he's just been in sensational form, and I'm looking forward to see what he can do sort of on a return visit here to the state of Oregon.
Should be fun, yes. So Corey Day been here just that one time. The rest of the high rollers, none of them have been here before, so not much notes to look on when it comes to the dirt track here, or the Douglas County dirt track here in Roseburg. Let's take a look at some of the notable entries that we've got here. Justin Sanders, he is the track record holder here at the Speedway. He's in the field along with Snohomish, Washington's Bailey Jean in 14B. Obviously, Jamie Veal, we've seen him on the West Coast swing with us, along with Shane Golodik. Tanner Holmes, his home track, I would say, when it comes to high limit racing action, the closest that it gets to Tanner Holmes' house right here at Douglas County. Cole Macedo, a winner here earlier this year with NARC. Robbie Price in 21P, also Dominic Selzy. Landon Brooks, a winner here in 360 action last year. And Jock Goodyear, the former Australian sprint car champion, is in the house as well, as he follows the series up to the Pacific Northwest at the Skagit Speedway, which will cap things off for this West Coast swing. Here are some of the track facts you need to know. We're located right here in Roseburg, Oregon. The track technically as a dirt track opened up in 2023. Prior to that, though, Ben, it was a pavement track that saw the likes of ARCA and the K&N Pro Series and a lot of pavement racing come through the area. 3/10 mile surface, as we noted, and Justin Sanders is the current track record holder here. 12.316 seconds set on June 23rd of 2023. So really there hasn't been a ton of dirt racing on this. It's only been around for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. And this was a big deal for this area to finally get back on the dirt. There was one season back in 1995 when they did hold racing here on dirt, and they did have a 410 race. It was after the Outlaws were at Cottage Grove, a local unsanctioned show. Paul McMahon got the win. But yes, this area has been starving for some dirt track racing, and they've had some great dirt track racing here since it got put on in 2023.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look here at something that is very important. On Saturday night, we had an injury with Kubota Highland Racing, and that was with a good friend of mine, a good friend to a lot of people, that being Chase Johnson. And we did receive an official update from his Facebook page here today. Here is what it says. Currently, Chase is stable and recovering in the ICU with a breathing tube. Had a 9-hour surgery on Sunday to repair fractures in his C4, C5, and C6 vertebrae. They removed pieces of bone that broke off, repaired the damaged areas with a spinal fusion, and stabilized his neck using plates and screws. He still has a T10 and T11 fracture. Today we are hopeful that his breathing tube will be removed, which will allow him to talk with us. We are so thankful for all of the support, prayers, and wishes. We will do our best to update on behalf of Chase's wishes. So we are really thinking a lot about Chase Johnson. A scary incident at the Gold Cup Race of Champions on Saturday night inside that feature event. And we have been thinking a lot about Chase here over the last 2 nights as I mentioned, a really good friend of mine. I've announced a lot of wins for him. One of the most versatile drivers in the entire United States. Just he can race anything and win and everything, Ben. And it was a tough incident, but it's great to see that he is stable. Obviously, a lot of work still to do, but it was great to get that update from him today.
No doubt, yeah. Chase Johnson, close to me as well. Got to call his win at Santa Maria a couple weeks ago, and he's from that Sonoma County area where my late wife is from, and they're closely tied with that family. In fact, my late wife used to work with his mother-in-law, so very hitting close to home.
Absolutely is. Well, Ben, you are from the state of Oregon, and our other guy, I guess that's what we're going to call him, our other guy, that's Tony Laporta. He is also a former Oregonian. So, Tony, welcome back home, I guess, huh?
Yes, the other guy, my official title here at Kubota High Limit Racing. You can always count on Chase Rodman to give you a really good, really clean introduction. Yes, I am the other guy here with Kubota High Limit Racing. I have found myself in the pine trees of Southern Oregon. You can tell they are pine trees by the way that they are. That's pretty neat. Hopefully a few people out there get that reference. No, I am not really in the forests of Southern Oregon. I am here in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane at the Douglas County Dirt Track. Out in front of us, the main straightaway, the flag stand, and behind that, a massive grandstand that already at the start of engine heat at 5:53 local time is already more than 3/4 full. The point? The fans here in Southern Oregon and who have traveled up from Northern California are passionate and serious about this race and about National 410 Sprint Car Racing returning to the state of Oregon. Before 2 p.m. outside at the front main gates here, there was already long lines of folks waiting to either get in to save their seat or purchase general admission tickets here at the Douglas County Dirt Track. Walking through the parking lot outside of turns 3 and 4, the main parking lot here, you had people parked, you had people out in lawn chairs. I saw a little bit of tailgating. We had some portable grills, we had coolers popped open. Man, it is so cool to see a fan base and a state and a region really get so behind a return for National 410 Wing Sprint Car Racing here in Southern Oregon. You can tell they're excited. They're also probably wanting to get out of the sun a little bit and into the shade. A major awning over the massive front grandstand here is allowing people a little bit of a break from those near 90-degree temperatures here, but it's a very full pit area, and it is becoming a very full front stretch grandstands, and they've got bleacher sections over in turns 3 and 4, and I promise you, before qualifying is over here tonight, all the seats here at the Douglas County Dirt Track will be filled up. The good news for you folks watching live on FloRacing, you don't have to worry about that. You already have a really great seat, and you're going to get to see every single lap of the Seven Feathers Casino and Resort Showdown on the River here at the Douglas County Dirt Track take place. Don't miss anything, folks. We're going to be live all night here on FloRacing. We're going to be right back as engine heat continues here in Southern Oregon.
And there's a reason we're calling it the Showdown on the River. We're not too far away from whatever river that is, Ben. I don't know if you know off the top of your head. You do know geography very well, so I wouldn't be surprised if you did know what that was.
That's the Umpqua River right there. The southern branch. The southern branch? Yes, because the northern branch is just north of Roseburg. But yeah, they come to get salmon, renowned world-class salmon fishing. Not this part,
right?
But down over in the county towards the coast. Draws a lot of people, and if you're into angling and stuff, it's a great spot to catch some big trophy fish.
I've never met anybody that knows geography as well as Ben Deathridge. Great to have him along with us here tonight. Now we want to throw to a quick piece here on FloRacing. Corey Day, we talked about him earlier, winning the Gold Cup Race of Champions, the biggest win of his career. The back-to-back win at that race, but a $100,070 payday went to him after 40 laps of absolute sheer dominance there in Chico, California on Saturday night. His car owner and also former Gold Cup Race of Champions winner Jason Myers sat down with Brian Walker and after the checkers to discuss that race on Saturday night.
After the checkers here in Victory Lane, the 70th Gold Cup Race of Champions has come and gone yet again, second straight year. This guy's car, the Jason Myers Racing 14, is parked in Victory Lane. Corey Day does it again. How does it feel as a car owner to do this twice?
It's pretty amazing. There's a lot of pressure out here. I'm proud of Corey in the fact of, he's obviously very talented. He's been talented since the start, and what he's learning now is racecraft. And to start from the pole of this race, lead all 40 laps with the extended red in the middle, just shows the maturity that he's come along and he's come so far with. And just proud of how he managed the race tonight, ran a great race, and proud of this entire team to withstand that. They actually had a mechanical issue there on that red that they hustled back and got changed and really kept us in the race. So proud of this entire team. It feels great. It feels good that it's over. That was nerve-wracking there through traffic.
He had like a 4-second lead with 10 to go, and he's still hammering the curb.
So that's the great thing about sprint car racing is the leader, you don't know that, right? And that's we keep telling Corey, like, you could run at 9/10 and be just fine, but he only knows 10/10, and he's just doing a phenomenal job. The entire team, I'm excited for him and everybody involved in this team, every sponsor, every crew member, everybody is part of it.
What is it like from your perspective watching his driving style? Because I feel like it is complete opposite of yours. You had your Hall of Fame career, and I feel like you were a little more methodical and steady and smooth, and this kid just hammers it 24/7.
Yeah, he's a kid. Well, you said it right. This kid. I think I was pretty grown up even when I was young. I was a little more. That's just who I was, and Corey is an absolute 18-year-old through and through. Other than his talent, he's got a 30-year-old talent and an 18-year-old mind and body. And it shows on the racetrack.
This event, Gold Cup, you guys now back-to-back, 25,000 last year. It's $100,000 to win now. I wasn't around in the early 2000s and mid-2000s when you were out here winning, but kind of if you could give us a glimpse into like the renaissance it's kind of going through right now. I mean, it was awesome this weekend.
It is, and to see it this weekend with Brad and Kyle and Colby and everybody's done here at this track, like this looks like the Gold Cup of the late 90s. Just the crowd, the attendance, the fanfare, all of the events that went on all weekend. So to win this race, I mean, being from California, this is the greatest race that you can win.
Yeah.
And, when I won this race once, it paid $50,000. I think the second time it just kind of paid the regular purse. But, the purse is a nice bonus, but really it's Gold Cup.
Yeah.
And you win, whether it pays $2,000 or $100,000, it's Gold Cup. And to be from California and win this race with the names that are on that perpetual trophy, and just how hard it is because, there's not that many people that have won the Knoxville Nationals, but in California, not only have the greats of the Outlaw Tour won it, but so have a lot of the greats of California.
Yeah.
So there's really a lot of history, 70 years, and to have, my name on. So the one thing I still have over Corey, I told him at the Nationals, like he ran third this year. Well, I ran second there once, so he ain't got me yet. He's now won this twice, but I won this twice too. So I got one more year to hold that on him a little bit, but I'm sure with his talents and what he's doing, it won't be long before he knocks me off. But I'm very proud to have him in the car. I'm very happy for Noisy, Shane, who worked with me when I was on the tour, and just a phenomenal guy, and Jordan, Steph, and everybody that's worked so hard all year. Excited for them, excited for all of our sponsors to be part of this.
I'm curious real quick, what is the backstory? When did you and Corey and Ronnie all link up and kind of come together? How long have you been working with him?
So I was there when Corey was born.
Okay.
Ronnie drove a second car for me when I owned my team and was racing on the Outlaw Tour. So we've been family friends forever. And we were there when Corey was born, and you know, there at little Okie at home when he was riding motorcycles. And I remember him being at my track. I got a little motocross track at my house, and I remember him being there clearing a double when he was like 6 years old. You know, he's always had that feel. And I think Ronnie's always attributed that feel to motorcycles.
Yeah.
And I see it even in my own son. You put him on a motorcycle for a few weeks and then put him back in a race car, and he's just that much more smooth and that much more aggressive. So we've seen it forever. And really, though, in the sprint car, I took him to Phoenix in 2015. I'm sorry, not 2015, when he was 15.
Okay.
So just 3 years ago. And, you know, we go out in the first heat race of the night, and he's slide jobbing with Donnie Schatz. So his car control from the very beginning is really, I think, what sets him apart. If you watch him control the car, watch him react when the car gets out of shape, he looks like he's out of control out there, but he's really not. And that is where that raw talent is just amazing.
It's Jason Myers, after the checkers, 2-time driver champion of the Gold Cup, now a 2-time owner champion with Corey Day.
Good stuff there with Brian Walker, and after the checkers with Jason Myers after the win for Corey Day at the 70th edition of the Gold Cup Race of Champions. Now, that race the other night did not pay any championship points, but after 3 nights of racing with Kubota High-Limit Racing with no points on the line, we are back looking at the championship standings now. Brad Sweet has struggled here as of recently. The last 3 finishes for him outside the top 10, and we've documented it a few times. He has not won a race in over 3 months. That points lead at 96 over Tyler Courtney. Rico Abreu runs in third at minus 246. Brent Marks minus 276 in fourth. And then you got Corey Day in fifth at minus 313. James McFadden is right there as well, not too far behind. We talk about the charter system. He is 24 points out of the top 5 for one of those charter spots in the 83 car. Peck is 7th, Parker Price Miller 8th, Based in 9th, and Wise 10th. Tony, what do you got?
Well, I know you're up there talking about championship points, and I'm probably jumping ahead of where Tyler McKim wants to be right now, but hey, let's take a look at those Dirt Draft West Coast Flow Challenge points. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm looking really good in those. Let me tell you. I mean, this is going to come down to the wire between you and I, Tony. Right now, it is a tie at the top between the FloRacing gang, between Nate and Tyler McKim. It's a tie there. TLP, you are minus 86, and I am bringing up the caboose right now at minus 1242. We had a lapse in, I don't know if a lapse in judgment is the right word, but a lapse in brain thinking. We did not put the Dirt Draft lineup in the final night of the Gold Cup, but we do have it in tonight. So we're going to try and bounce back here, but coming back from, you know, over 1,000 points out, it's going to be tough.
Yes, the old lapse in brain thinking. That has bitten more greats over the history of our civilization than you probably care to talk about. But 1,200 points can probably be made right up nice and quickly. I'm telling you, that is why I wake up every morning at 7 o'clock on the dot, and I upload my Dirt Draft Fantasy lineup before I do anything else that day. I really suggest you maybe start setting your alarm just a little bit earlier.
Maybe I'll start setting it in the shower. That seems like I do my best thinking in the shower. I do my best Dirt Draft lineups in the shower as well.
Well, Chase, I don't know if you know how alarm clocks work, but they wake you up from sleeping. So do you sleep in the shower?
I do. Sometimes I sleep in the bathtub. You know, we go to a lot of hotels, Tony, and sometimes they just a little lumpy on the sofa or on the bed. You know?
Must be nice. I haven't fit in a bathtub since probably middle school, but I also kind of question any guy who's taking baths in a hotel. But anyway, I think tonight's going to be really, really exciting. And one thing I do want to add on to when you updated folks on Chase Johnson's condition, I'm sure you heard it the same, Chase, as I did walking up and down the pits this evening getting ready for tonight. There wasn't a team, a driver, or a car in the pit area that did not ask or express concern for Chase Johnson and his family, who right now are going through just something really, really scary. And I think it can't be overstated how much of a good guy and how well-liked Chase Johnson is in the pit area. Hunter Brady on Justin Sanders' car. Hunter's worked this year also with Corey Day on that number 14. Hunter, I think, said it really, really well. He said, you just won't find a better person in the pit area at any kind of sprint car race than Chase Johnson. And he and Justin Sanders, and like I said, up and down the pits here in Douglas County, every team member, every driver I spoke to about the situation, just simply expressed that they are thinking and praying and really haven't been able to think about much else since Saturday night in Chico than Chase Johnson and his well-being. So all of us at Kubota High Limit Racing share that sentiment. We've been thinking, we've been praying, and I know you already hit on it, Chase, but as more updates become available, we will pass those along. But I just think the best thing anybody can do right now is pray for Chase and his family.
Yeah, that's all we can really ask for at this point. And you know, Chase Johnson, as we mentioned at the top of the show, a really good friend of myself, and Ben mentioned that he's a good friend of him as well. Known Chase Johnson for a very long time, and this is a tough thing to see happen to such a great guy. And we hope to get some more good news here in the coming days on his condition. I want to take a look real quick before we get cars on the racetrack at our last 10 winners with the series. 3 nights at Silver Dollar went to Corey Day, Tanner Thorson, and then Corey Day also won on his prelim night over there. James McFadden, who has been red hot here on the West Coast swing, a winner at Placerville. Tyler Courtney got the win at the Kings Speedway. Kyle Larson, the winner at the Thunder Bowl. Rico Abreu, winner at Lernerville Speedway. David Gravel won the 100 grand at the Joker's Jackpot, and then the 2 prelims there went to Gio Selzy and Logan Schuhart. So not many guys on that list right there winning more than once. The only one actually is Corey Day, and as we mentioned at the top of the show, he's actually the only guy that's been to this track out of our 16 full-time high-limit drivers. So he will have a little bit of a leg up on the competition going into tonight. Now we got Dirt Draft Hot Laps coming up here momentarily. The cars are in the push-off chute about to make their way onto the front straightaway. Dirt Draft will be the presenting sponsor of Hot Laps for every high-limit racing event in 2024. The Dirt Draft app allows you to play against hundreds of dirt racing fans across the country. Simply select 5 drivers each night while staying under a $100,000 salary cap and accumulate points in the process. You can use those points in the speed shop to buy all kinds of things. Download today or visit dirtdraft.com for more information. Cars are coming onto the racetrack for the first time in 5 years. A National Touring Sprint Car Series is here in the Beaver State of Oregon, and here come our first couple of drivers, and it just seems fitting that the first one to roll onto the speedway is from Jacksonville, Oregon. It's the Moss Superstore, DZ Truck Accessories, Shane DeWalt Trucking, S-Tech, Carbon Works, number 18T. It's Tanner Holmes. Tanner Holmes in the 18T. Also on the speedway, he's the current points leader with Kubota High Limit Racing from Grass Valley, California. The Casey Kane Raceway, Mike Curb, Napa Auto Parts, Brumo's Collection, Maximum Raceway's number 49. It's the Big Cat, Brad Sweet. Brad Sweet in car number 49. Also on the speedway from Visalia, California, the Commercial Edge, Rasmussen Service Center, Elliott's Custom Trailers, Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Fatheads Eyewear, number 8. It's Corey Eliason. Corey Eliason in car number 8. And on his left, on the front stretch from Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrewBid.com, Baps Paint, Livewire Customs, number 19. It's Brent Marks. Brent Marks in car number 19. And the most recent winner with the series is on the front stretch as well. From Clovis, California, the Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Autry Plumbing, Sincal, Driven to Save Lives, number 14. It's Corey Day. Corey Day in the 14. And to his left, another one of our high rollers from Monrovia, Indiana. The Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, RKL Paving number 13. It's Justin Peck. Justin Peck in the 13. And making his High Limit Racing debut tonight from Medford, Oregon, the Taco Delight H2O to go, DNS Harley Davidson, Don's Lock, number 9T, it's Camden Robustelli. Camden Robustelli in the 9T. And the final car in our first hot lap session of the night from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Pell's Tire Service, RF Knox Company, the Auto Barn, RSI Outdoors, number 1A, it's Jacob Allen. Jacob Allen in the 1A. Those are the drivers in the first Dirt Draft hot lap session of the night. And now the engines come to life for the first time since September 4th of 2019. A National Touring Series hits the racetrack in the state of Oregon. see what Tanner Holmes can do here tonight, Ben. It's going to be fun to see. I mean, obviously, as we mentioned, this is his home track when it comes to high limit racing, not too far down the road from his home in Jacksonville, and obviously a lot of eyes going to be on him tonight in these grandstands.
Yeah, and he picked up the Rick Brown Memorial win here in a 360 competition during Memorial Day weekend. He's fast at this venue, but here in a 410, we'll see what he can do against the Kubota High Limit Series. We were talking about that 1995 year, the one year it was on dirt, and Camden Robustelli, a little bit of a connection there, Chase, as Billy Nutter was the champion, and that's the guy that built the motor for the 9T, or helped construct the motor. He's in the pits helping some teams. So great to see kind of that bridge of the connection from that 1995 season to now.
Absolutely. There's Camden Robustelli right there in the 9T car, a limited 360 winner here just last year. Also a dwarf car winner earlier this year right here at the Douglas County Dirt Track. He has a 14th place result earlier this season as well with the 410 under the hood with the NARC King of the West Series. There is Brad Sweet, the current points leader with the series, making his debut tonight at the Douglas County Dirt Track. As it looks like the flag man is about to tell him to get underway here for the first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night here at the Douglas County Dirt Track. Track does appear to be a little bit slimy right now, and cars will work that in here relatively quickly. The track record we talked about at the top of the show, but those of you maybe just tuning in on Flow, a 12.316 that was set last year on June 23rd of 2023. So good chance that we could potentially see a new track record tonight at the Douglas County Dirt Track. Lap times right now down in the 18-second bracket. Tanner Holmes as fast as 18.624. Camden Robustelli in the second spot at 18.676. And now Brad Sweet goes to the top at 18.210. Now down in the 16-second bracket for Brad Sweet at a 16.029. Corey Day right behind him at 16.341, and Justin Peck in third at 16.355. Brad Sweet turns the first 15-second lap of the night at 15.862. Brent Marks and Corey Eliason will join Brad Sweet in the 15-second bracket. And as we see a lot here over the course of the 2024 season, the drivers in this first session will slowly pace around the racetrack and pack in the track. And we still don't really know how it works or why it works so well. But usually when we do this, it really does bring those lap times down quite a bit. So 15.862 is the lap time by Brad Sweet so far. That is the fastest. Brent Marks is in second, 15.873. Corey Eliason in third, 15.944. Jacob Allen in fourth at 16.013. And Camden Robustelli in fifth at 16.031. Brad Sweet entering tonight off of a 17th place result at the Gold Cup Race of Champions on Saturday night. 6 wins this year with high limit racing. 1 as well with the World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. Sounds like a green-white checkered to end off this first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night. We'll see where the lap times get to as cars get back up to speed. There's a 14-second, now a 13-second lap from Corey Day and Justin Peck. Peck to the top, 13.616. Brad Sweet tops him at 13.526. checkered comes out, and Corey Day is now the fastest so far in Dirt Draft Hot Laps, a 13.191 for the driver of car number 14. Justin Peck is second at 13.249. Brad Sweet is third, 13.438. Corey Eliason in fourth at 13.498, and Brent Marks at 13.508. Tanner Holmes, Jacob Allen, and Camden Robustelli, the 8 cars in our first Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night in that order. Some of those drivers getting upwards of 9 laps there in hot laps, which, you know, usually in hot laps you think of maybe 2 to 4 laps, but with them packing the surface and getting a little extra time out on the racetrack, Justin Peck with 9 laps on the speedway there at speed at 13.249. He is second quick so far. As we get more drivers making their way towards the staging lane here on the front straightaway. The first one getting pushed onto the racetrack now. He is from Lemoore, California. A winner earlier this year right here at the Douglas County Dirt Track from Lemoore. It's the Tarleton & Son Complete Parts and Equipment Solutions. Durst Incorporated, Banning Associates, number 21. It's Cole Macedo. Cole Macedo in the 21. Also on the speedway from Fremont, California, the NOS Energy Drink, Matt Wood Racing, Southern Pacific Farms, MV Drywall, number 17W. It's Sugar, Shane Golobic. Shane Golobic in the 17W. And one of our full-time high rollers also on the speedway from Angola, Indiana, the Sundollar Restoration, Ford Performance, Sage Fruit Race Reading Foundation, Hager Realty, number 26. It's Zeb Wise. Zeb Wise in the 26. And fresh off his best run of the season from Canton, Illinois, the NOS Energy Drink, Logan Contractor, Elliott's Custom Trailers, TK Concrete, Zip Bonds, number 55, it's Chris Wyndham. Chris Wyndham in the 55. And from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, Canada, Shark Racing Engines, Grinders Auto Bodies, Saratoga Motorsports Park, Malahat Auto Wrecking, Cal Creek, number 21P, it's Robbie Price. Robbie Price in the 21P. Also getting fired off now, fresh off a 9th place result at the Gold Cup Race of Champions from Harrisburg, Oregon, the Kyle Main Motorsports, Ham Construction, A-Main Trucking, Stagco, number 35 KM, it's Tyler Thompson. Tyler Thompson in the 35 KM. And making his Highland Racing debut tonight from Arlington, Washington, the Schaefer Racing Oil, All-Star Concrete, Pit Stop Laundry, Pacific Performance Coatings, number 66, it's Brett McGuy. Brett McGuy in the 66. And from Roseville, California, the Lipper Construction, Danny Word Sales, Cloud Valve Company, Custom Pipe, number 42X, it's Justin Cox. Justin Cox behind the wheel of the 42X. Those are the drivers in our second Dirt Draft Hot Lap session of the night, trying to beat a time of 13.191 set in by Corey Day. Zeb Wise out there on the racetrack in car number 26 tonight, his Douglas County Dirt Track debut. In true high roller fashion last night, Ben Deathridge, Zeb Wise down at the Seven Feathers Casino, walking out of there with a hand pay. A nice $1,500 payday last night for one of our high rollers, Zeb Wise.
Yeah, you were telling me about that little excursion. They heard you were coming into town, and they shut the tables down.
They did, yeah, that was unacceptable. Man, the craps table, that shut down at 11, come on. Might have to keep it open a little bit later tonight for some of these race fans and drivers as we go to the green flag here in Hot Lap session number 2. Zeb Wise jumps into the 3rd spot, but he's now overtaken by Shane Golobic. Golobic at a 13.284. Justin Cox goes to the top, 13.087. A problem for Shane Golobic. Car pulling into the infield on the front straightaway. And our first 12-second lap of the night has been turned in by Chris Wyndham. A 12.713. 1.2713. Chris Wyndham now the fastest in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Justin Cox is second, 13.087. Tyler Thompson in third at 13,161. Corey Day fourth at 13,191. And Justin Peck in fifth at 13,249. Looks like that was a yellow for Shane Golobic, so these drivers will get at least 1 or 2 more laps at speed. Tony, here in this second hot lap session.
Throttle linkage issues for Shane Golobic, taking him back to the pit area.
Thank you very much for that quick update there. They'll be able to fix that up and get him back out in time for his qualifying session in just a few minutes as we go back to the green flag. Justin Cox even faster now to a 12.601. And Zeb Wise is getting close to the track record, a 12.361 turned in by car number 26. And just like that, we are half of a tenth off the track record here at the Douglas County Dirt Track. Zeb Wise, a 12.361. In car number 26, he is now the fastest. Chris Windham is second, 12.569. Robbie Price third, 12.577. Justin Cox fourth, 12.601. And Tyler Thompson in fifth at 12.622. Behind them, Corey Day, Justin Peck, Shane Golobic, Cole Macedo, and Brad Sweet. Next group of cars rolling onto the racetrack now for Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 3. The first one rolling onto the speedway now from St. Helena, California. The Rico Abreu Kerbagajanian Racing, Pacific Boring, Massey Valley Transportation, Whiskey Myers, Lucas Oil Products number 24. It's Rico Abreu. Rico Abreu in the 24. And also on the speedway from Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia, the Mobile One Toyota Racing Development, Roth Enterprises, HR Livestock Transportation number 83. It's James McFadden. James McFadden in the 83. From Discovery Bay, California, the Moss Brothers Transport Products Unlimited Walker Performance Filtration number 12. That's Jarrett Soares. Jarrett Soares in the 12. And from Warrnambool, Victoria, Australia, the Power Chew Energy Gum Monty Farms, Rumbold Ford Fridge Tech, number 17 AU, it's Jamie Veal. Jamie Veal in the 17 AU. And the driver currently second in overall point standings from Indianapolis, Indiana. The NOS Energy Drink, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Spire Motorsports, number 7 BC, it's Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. Tyler Courtney in the 7 BC. From Launceston, Tasmania, Australia, the Works Limited, JVI Group, Gateway Chevrolet, FK Shocks, Banshee Graphics, 57W. It's Jock Goodyear. Jock Goodyear in the 57W. And a winner on Friday night at the Gold Cup Race of Champions. He's also the DJ of the night from Minden, Nevada, the Smith Titanium, Factory Cane, Maximum Oil, Massey Valley Transportation, King Concrete, Ron Gross Motorsports, number 88. It's Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in the 88. And the final driver in this session is from Fresno, California, the Red Rose Transportation, Selzy Enterprises, Redline Oil, Whipple Superchargers, number 41 of Dominic Selzy. Dominic Selzy in the 41. Tony, you got something?
I didn't, but I will tell you that when Rico Abreu's car was pushed out of the chute and onto the front straightaway here, through my headset and over you talking, Chase, I could hear the crowd here applaud for the driver of that number 24 from St. Helena, California. So, Rico Abreu definitely has some fans here in the Southern Oregon area this evening.
He's got fans everywhere, but yeah, they were definitely excited to see that shoprico.com number 24 car make his way onto the speedway as we are almost ready to get underway with our third of 4 Dirt Draft Hot Lap sessions here tonight. Zeb Wise, half of a tenth off the track record right now at 12.361. That track record once again a 12.316 by Justin Sanders, set last year on June 23rd of 2023. Green flag being displayed from the flag stand. We're back underway here at the Douglas County Dirt Track. James McFadden up into the second position in car number 83 at 12:5:35. Dominic Scelsi the fourth. Rico Abreu and Tyler Courtney go to the top. Courtney's under the track record. Checkered flag falls. Courtney's time, a 13:227. We'll see if anybody can get him on the last lap. There goes McFadden. Well, race fans, at the conclusion of that hot lap session, James McFadden in car number 83 is now under the existing track record, a 12:197 for McFadden. Tyler Courtney also under the track record at 12:227, and Jamie Veal is under the track record as well, 12:258. Rico Abreu fourth, 12:348, and Zeb Wise in fifth at 12:361. Track records do not count until we get into qualifying time trials, so do not chalk that up and put it in the history books yet. Track records are only established during qualifying. Our final hot lap session of the night is rolling towards the track now, and it's led out by one of our full-time high rollers, the 18-year-old driver out of Lubbock, Texas. He drives the High Plains Building Division, Carbon Safety Technology, Lubbock Wrecker, Five Nights Truck Accessories, ShopTruckParts.com, number one, a Brenham Crouch. Brenham Crouch in car number one. And also on the speedway, from Kokomo, Indiana, the Chalk Sticks Torsion Bars, Elite Wings, High Performance Lubricants, Octane Inc., Wacapedia, number 9P. It's the law firm, Parker Price Miller. Parker Price Miller in the 9P. And making his High Limit Racing debut tonight from Cresswell, Oregon, the Bunnells Overhead Door, Ridgecrest Racing, American Flowtech, Elite RV Service, number 5K. It's Kinzer Cox. Kinzer Cox in the 5K. And making her High Limit Racing debut tonight from Snohomish, Washington, the James Bass Trucking, Art by Nature, Bickford Ford, Dunlap Industrial Hardware, number 14B, it's Bailey Jean. Bailey Jean in the 14B. And from Yuba City, California, the Redline Welding and Construction, Morrison Engines, King Racing Products, number 45, that's Landon Brooks. Landon Brooks in the 45. From Enumclaw, Washington, the Casey Kane Racer, Mike Kerr, Brumo's Collection, Factory Kane Shocks, Kane Screen Print number 9, it's Casey Kane. Casey Kane in car number 9. And the current track record holder gets powered up now from Aromas, California, the Farmers Brewing, MitchieConstruction.com, North County Plastering, Yuba Sutter Aviation number 2X. It's Justin Sanders. Justin Sanders in the 2X. And the final car in this session from Lebanon, Indiana, the True Timber Camo, Nice Crete Landis Block, JRC Transportation, High Performance Lubricants, PhilPools.com, number 5, it's Spencer Baston. Spencer Baston in the 5. Baston getting fired up now. There is Brenham Crouch. Enjoyed some Chipotle earlier on this afternoon with the driver Lubbock, Texas. Makes his way into turn number 1. Making his first couple of appearances here in the state of California, Washington, and Oregon on this West Coast swing at a couple of these racetracks. So James McFadden right now the fastest, 12:197. Tyler Courtney, 12:227. And Jamie Veal, 12:258. Underneath the track record, we'll see if anybody can maybe get us down. Wouldn't be shocked to see maybe an 11-second time here. We are kind of close, 12:197, so not too far off an 11-second time. There is Spencer Baston, whose good night at the Gold Cup turned sour when he got a flat, I believe it was a flat right rear tire towards the end of the race. He was running inside the top 5, unfortunately had a tire go down, which sent him towards the tail end of the running order. After running second on his prelim night on Thursday, Baston ended up in the 12th position after all things were said and done at the Gold Cup Saturday night. As we go to the green flag, final dirt draft hot lap session of the evening. First driver into the top 10 is Landon Brooks in the 45 at 12:5:21. Casey Kane now into the top 10. 9th overall at 4:54. Landon Brooks now to 6th at 12.364. Brenham Crouch to 4th. Justin Sanders to 4th. So Brenham Crouch is going to be the fastest in our final hot lap session of the night. He is 4th quick overall, a 12.267 for the driver of car number 1. 4th overall, but James McFadden, the fastest here tonight in Dirt Draft hot laps, a 12.197. Tyler Courtney 2nd, 12.227. Jamie Veal 3rd, 12.258. Brenham Crouch in 4th. Justin Sanders in 5th at 12.283. That puts us at 6 drivers underneath the track record in hot laps, with Casey Kane in 6th at 12.302. Then Parker Price, Miller, Rico Abreu, Zeb Wise, and Landon Brooks. The top 10 in Dirt Draft hot laps here tonight. Next up will be Capital Custom Trailer qualifying. 2 cars on the track at once. They will go for 2 laps around the speedway. The best of those 2 laps will then line them up for a heat race later on tonight. And, well, Capital Custom Trailers and Coaches, they are the #1 Renegade Toterhome dealer and the #1 Intech trailer dealers. No one sells more Toterhomes or Intech trailers than Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches. If you're in the market for a Toterhome or a trailer, trust the people that are there in the pits with you and that support the sport. Check out their complete lineup at capitalrenegade.com. Receiving word that drivers will get the green flag for their qualifying session on the 2nd time by the line. So when they get pushed onto the racetrack, they will not be taking the green. It will be the 2nd time by the line that they see the green flag and get underway with their time trial effort. And for those of you that may not have heard it, we want to mention it right before they get onto the track because this is going to be in jeopardy here. Track record 12.316 by Justin Sanders, June 23rd of 2023. Ben, this is going to be fun. Whenever a track record's potentially on the line, makes qualifying just that much more fun.
Oh, no doubt about it. And qualifying is important with the format in general as far as setting yourself up for those important heat races to get directly qualified into the A main event. No slouches here at all. We were talking back and forth a lot this afternoon going through our notes. We've got such a top shelf quality stacked field here tonight. For anybody that would say, who do you think's going to win? It's anyone's race to win.
It's hard to say. We want to also say thank you to Seven Feathers Casino and Resort, our sponsor for tonight's race. Seven Feathers is your place to play, but it's also your place for entertainment. Tonight, it can also be your place to win as they are giving away a pair of tickets to some of their popular fall events. Get out your phones and go to exit99.com, and you can enter to win tickets for Nate Smith, Hailstorm, the Fall Classic Rodeo, and the Halloween Spooktacular. Once again, thank you to Seven Feathers Casino for sponsoring tonight's Showdown on the River.
First car to come out and qualify for group number 1, the Boss Superstore, DZ Truck Accessories, Shane DeWalt Trucking, S-Tech Carbon Works, number 18T, out of Jacksonville, Oregon, Tanner Holmes. Joining him is the 8 of Corey Eliason from Visalia, California, Commercial Edge Rasmussen, Service Center Elliott's Custom Trailers, Fulkins Brothers Trucking, Fatheads Eyewear. 12.27.1, 12271 for Tanner Holmes on lap number 1. A license first trip around the speedway. It's going to be a new track record with a 12.077, 12.091, 12.077 for Tanner Holmes goes to the top. 11.99.1, a new track record from Corey Eliason out of Visalia, California in the 8. Also under the track record with a 12.077, Tanner Holmes. Chase, we're off to a great start here in Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches qualifying.
The first ever 11-second lap time here at Douglas County Dirt Track has been turned in by Corey Eliason. As we continue on here with qualifying, your next 2 drivers hitting the speedway from Grass Valley, California, the Casey Kane race with Mike Curb, Napa Auto Parts, Bruno's Collection, Max Morasos, number 49. It's Brad Sweet. And also on the racetrack from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Pell's Tire Service, RF Knox Company, the Auto Barn, RSI Outdoors, number 1A, it's Jacob Allen. Jacob Allen on the 1A, Brad Sweet in the 49. Both these drivers making their debut tonight at the Douglas County Dirt Track. Lap 1 for Brad Sweet to the top. New track record, 11.973, 119.73. Jake out on lap 1. He's fourth quick, 12.473, 124.73. Brad Sweet on the second time by the line. He goes better, 11.926, 119.26. Allen on lap 2. He is going to slow down to a 12.503, but now Brad Sweet tops the charts at 11.926.
Already 4 in for Group 1. We've got several to go. First to get shoved out of the pit area is the number 13 from Monrovia, Indiana. The Avanti Windows and Doors, Big Spring Car Wash, Water Treatment by Design, Coastal Race Parts. Number 13 of Justin Peck. And joining him will be the 19, hailing out of Myerstown, Pennsylvania, the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrewbid.com, Baps Paint, Livewire Customs entry, Brent Marks. Brent Marks in the 19, Justin Peck in car number 13. Your next two qualifiers, both these individuals, first time ever here to the Douglas County Dirt Track. First lap for Justin Peck, 12.055, 120.55. And Brent Marks to the top, new track record with an 11.880, 11880. Second lap for Peck, second quick, 11.905, 11905. And Marks is going to be slower on the second lap, but a new track record from Brent Marks with an 11.880 second time. Justin Peck will settle in second as of right now, provisionally 11.905.
Two more drivers getting pushed onto the racetrack now, let out by the driver to Clovis, California. The Sander Engineering, Four Seas Construction, Autry Plumbing, Sidcal, driven to save lives. Number 14, it's Corey Day, and making his Highland Racing debut from Medford, Oregon. The Taco Delight H2O to go. DNS Harley Davidson, Don Vlock. Number 9T of Camden Robustelli. Camden Robustelli in the 19, Corey Day in the 14. Day, a former NARC winner here in 2023. Lap 1 for him is going to be fourth quick, a 11.970. And for Camden Robustelli, seventh quick at a 12.324, 12324. Robustelli 14th with NARC earlier this year. Lap number 2 for Corey Day. He's not going to go any better, 12.019. And Robustelli will go better, 12.156. He stays in the 7th position. So Corey Day 4th and Camden Robustelli 7th of 8 cars so far in Flight A of qualifying.
Ready for our next two competitors to time in here in Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches qualifying. First out in the NOS Energy Drink, Matt Wood Racing, Southern Pacific Farms MV Drywall, number 17W from Fremont, California, Shane Golovic. And joining him in the 55, that's the NOS Energy Drink, Logan Contractor, Elliott's Custom Trailers, Tiki Concrete, Zip Bonds, 55 from Canton, Illinois, Chris Wyndham. Chris Wyndham in the 55, 17W Shane Golovic. And first lap for Shane Golovic, 12.25.0, 12250. That is 8th quick right down the first flight. Chris Wyndham, second car out, is going to be 9th fastest, 12.422 from lap 1. Second lap for Golovic is going to be slower. And for Wyndham, his second lap will be better, but remains 9th fastest. 12.939 will be the official time for Wyndham. 12.250 for Shane Golovic, currently situated 8th.
Two more drivers making their way onto the speedway. Actually, one driver looks like Brett McGuy in car number 66. He did miss his spot. He's about one car late on his qualifying order here. But Brett McGuy, the driver of Arlington, Washington. It's the Schaefer's Racing Oil All-Star Concrete Pit Stop Laundry Pacific Performance Coatings, number 66. Brett McGuy not only in his Highland Racing debut tonight, but also in his Douglas County Dirt Track debut as well. Lap number 1 for Brett McGuy is a 13.591, 13591. Best 410 finish this year for Brett McGuy, a 13th place result at the Skagit Speedway in Washington on May 14th. Lap number 2 for Brett McGuy. He will slow down to a 13.761. First lap better, 13.591. That is 11th of 11 so far for Brett McGuy.
Next two cars to get shoved out. Now calling Roseville, California home, and the Lippert Construction. Dan Ework Sales, Clow Valve Company, Custom Pipe 42X, Justin Cox. And joining him in the 21P from Cobble Hill, British Columbia, the Shark Racing Engines, Grinders Auto Body, Saratoga Motorsports Park, Malahat Auto Wrecking, Cow Creek, 21P, Robbie Price. Robbie Price in the 21P, 42X, Justin Cox. Both these drivers here back in June For the fastest 5 days in motorsports, Justin Cox, 12:26.8, 1:22.68. Ninth quick for Cox on lap 1. Robbie Price going to knock him down a couple of spots, 12:14.1, 1:21.41, currently 7th. Justin Cox's second lap is slower. 12:268 will be the official time. And Robbie Price catapults himself in the top 5. 11:97.2, 1:19.72. Robbie Price provisionally P5 in Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches qualifying Flight A.
Let's keep on rolling. Next driver hitting the speedway from Angola, Indiana, the Sundollar Restoration, Ford Performance, Sage Fruit, Race Redeem Foundation, Routing Management. Number 26 here is Zeb Wise. And also on the racetrack, winner here earlier this year from Lemoore, California, the Tarleton and Son Complete Parts and Equipment Solutions, Durst Incorporated, Banyan Associates, number 21. It's Cole Macedo. Cole Macedo in the 21, Zeb Wise in the 26. Zeb on the opening lap. It is going to be to the top. New track record, 11:846, 1:18.46. Cole Macedo on lap 1. He is 11th quick at 12:256, 1:22.56. Zeb Wise on the second time by the line. He's going to slow down to an 11:943, but the first one is best. He's a new track record, 11:846. And Cole Macedo is going to slow down on lap 2 to a 12:450. So Zeb Wise now the new track record holder in car number 26, and Cole Macedo 11th of 15 cars so far.
Final car for the first flight here in Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches qualifying. It's the 35 km representing Harrisburg, Oregon. The Kyle Main Motorsports, Ham Construction, A Main Trucking, Stag Company. That is Tyler Thompson. Tyler Thompson in the 35 km, coming off a 9th place finish at the Gold Cup finale, the 3-time defending Cottage Grove Speedway track champion, where he's also the current point leader. He will be the final qualifier in this group. First lap for Thompson, 9th quick, 12:13.8, 1:21.38. And ready to receive the checkered flag, exiting corner number 4 this time around. Tyler Thompson's second lap a tad slower, 12:1.38. Tyler Thompson, as we say that, looks like 13 of 16 qualifiers under the track record chase.
Absolutely fantastic. We'll see what happens for the rest of the way. James McFadden going to be the next car onto the racetrack in the Roth Enterprises HR Livestock Transportation Mobile One Toyota Racing Development number 83 car, and also on the racetrack from Launceston, Tasmania, Australia, the Works Limited JVI Group, Gateway Chevrolet, FK Shock, Banshee Graphics 57W. It's Jock Goodyear. Jock Goodyear in the 57W and James McFadden in the 83. Pair of Aussies on the clock. Lap 1 for McFadden, 11:935, 1:19.35. Goodyear on lap 1, he's a 12:138, 1:21.38 on lap number 1 for Jock Goodyear. Lap number 2 for James McFadden is going to slow down to a 12:048, 1:20.48. Goodyear on lap 2, he will slow down as well, 12:199, but James McFadden is fastest so far in Flight B of qualifying, 11:935 in car number 83.
Next two qualifiers, the first of two. He's currently third in the Kubota High Limit Sprint Car Series point standings. From St. Helena, California, the Rico Abreu, Curb Agajanian Racing, Pacific Boring, Massive Valley Transportation, Whiskey Myers, Lucas Oil Products, number 24, Rico Abreu. In car number 7 BC, the current runner-up in the championship standings from the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. That is Sunshine, Tyler Courtney. Tyler Courtney, the 7 BC. And first lap for Rico Abreu, 12:18.2, 1:21.82. Tyler Courtney's going to go second quick, 11:984, 1:19.84. The NOS Energy Drink, LH Custom Trailer Carts, Spires Motorsports entry. Second lap for Abreu, 12:139 is Tyler Courtney. Second lap a little bit slower, 11:984 provisionally P2 in Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches qualifying Flight 2.
McFadden shows the way. Courtney second, Goodyear third, and Abreu fourth of 4 so far. Next two rolling towards the track at a Warrnambool, Victoria, Australia. The Power Chew Energy Gum, Monty Farms, Rumble Ford Fridge Deck, number 17 AU. It's Jamie Veal. And also on the racetrack from Fresno, California, the Red Rose Transportation, Selzy Enterprises, Redline Oil, Whipple Supercharger, number 41 of Dominic Selzy. Dominic Selzy in the 41 and Jamie Veal in the 17 AU. Jamie Veal coming off turn number 4. Lap number 1 for him is going to be 5th quick at 12:313, 1:23.13. Lap 1 for Dom. It's going to be 3rd quick, 12:012, 1:20.12. Jamie Veal on lap number 2. He will improve to 4th quick, 12.013. 12013. And for Dominic Scelzi on lap 2, he's going to slow down to a 12.361. Dominic Scelzi 3rd and Jamie Veal 4th, separated by just 1/1000th of a second.
Next 2 cars coming out of Discovery Bay, California. In the 12, the Moss Brothers Powder Coating Transport Products Unlimited Walker Performance Filtration entry. That is Jarrett Soares. Jarrett Soares in car number 12 and the Friday preliminary winner at the Gold Cup. From Minden, Nevada, the Smith Titanium Factory at Kane, Maximo Oil, Mesilla Valley Transportation, King Concrete, Rod Gross Motorsports 88 of Tanner Thorson. Tanner Thorson in the 88, Jarrett Soares in car number 12. Soares will be the first one to officially log a lap, 12.25.1, 1.22.51. Thorson 12.263, 1.2263. That's 7th and 8th respectively as Jarrett Soares to the top. 11.930 going purple on the second time around. 12.15.8, 1.2158. But for Tanner Thorson, that's 8th quick. But Jarrett Soares, race fans, he's been here before with NARC competition and non-wing action. He is your new quick qualifier.
What a lap there from Jarrett Soares as we continue on. Next driver on the speedway from Lubbock, Texas, the High Plains Building Division, Carbon Safety Technology, Lubbock Record, 5 Nights Truck Accessories, ShopTruckParts.com. Number 1 is Brennan Crouch, and the former track record holder is on the racetrack now in Aromas, California. The Farmers Brewing, MitcheryConstruction.com, North County Plastering, Yuba Sutter Aviation for 2X. It's Justin Sanders. Justin Sanders in the 2X. Brennan Crouch in car number 1. Lap 1 for Crouch. He goes 9th quick, 12.163, 1.2163. Lap number 1 for the former track record holder is going to be to the top. 11.911, 11.911. Lap number 2 for Crouch is 7th quick, 12.087, 1.2087. Sanders on lap 2. He's going to slow down, but it's still a good one. 11.975. The first one better, 11.911. Justin Sanders now the fastest in Flight B of qualifying.
First of 2 drivers next to come out, the 9P from Kokomo, Indiana, currently 8th in the series points. The Chalk Sticks, Torsion Bars, Elite Wings, High Performance Lubricants, Octane Inc., Wikipedia sponsored 9P of Parker Price Miller. In the 14B, the young lady from Snohomish, Washington, the James Bass Trucking, Art by Nature, Bickford Ford, Dunlap Industrial Hardware, Bailey Jean. Bailey Jean in the 14B and the 9P of Parker Price Miller. Your next 2 qualifiers to come out. This will be Parker Price Miller laying down the first lap, 12.22.7, 1.2227, 11th quick as of right now. And Bailey Jean will be 12th with a 12.65.5, 1.2655 on lap 1. Parker Price Miller second lap slower, 12.22.7 will be the official time. And Bailey Jean's second trip will be slower as well, 12.65.5 the official time for the 14B.
4 more cars left to qualify here tonight at the Douglas County Dirt Track. 2 more rolling towards the speedway now. The first one is from Enumclaw, Washington. It's the Casey Kane race with Mike Kerr, Brumo's Collection, Factory Kane Shocks, Kane's Green Print number 9. It's Casey Kane. And also on the racetrack from Lebanon, Indiana, the True Timber Camo, Nice Crete Landis Block, JRC Transportation, High Performance Lubricants, FuelPools.com. Number 5, it's Spencer Baston. Spencer Baston in the 5, Casey Kane in the 9. Both these drivers making their debut tonight at the Douglas County Dirt Track. Casey Kane, best run on this West Coast swing, a 6th place result at the Placerville Speedway. Lap 1 for Kane, it's going to be 7th quick, 12.064, 1.2064. Lap number 1 for Spencer Baston, he goes 8th quick, 12.084, 1.2084. Lap number 2 for Casey Kane, he's going to be still 7th, 12.157, first lap better, 12.064. And for Baston, he is going to slow down as well. 12.128. First one was better. 12.084. Casey Kane 7th and Spencer Baston 8th. With 2 more cars left to qualify here tonight in qualifying.
Last 2 cars to be taken care of in Capital Renegade Custom Trailers and Coaches. Time trials the 45, hailing out of Yuba City, California. The Red Line Welding and Construction, Morrison Engines, King Racing Products entry of Landon Brooks. And joining him in the 5K, the Benells Overhead Door, Ridgecrest Racing, American Flowtech, Elite RV Service 5K from Cresswell, Oregon, Kinzer Cox. Kinzer Cox in the 5K, Landon Brooks in the 45. Landon Brooks' first lap, 14th quick, 12.51.6, 1.2516. Kinzer Cox goes P10 with the 12.104, 1.2104. Landon Brooks exiting the 4th corner receives the checkered second lap slower, and for Kinzer Cox, Same story there. Kinzer Cox will settle 10th, 12:104 for his official time produced on the first lap. 12:516, the same story for Landon Brooks from the first circuit. That is 15th fastest in Flight 2.
Well, race fans, how about it? 27 drivers under the track record here tonight. The fastest overall from Flight A is Zeb Wise in 11:846. A new track record, the first ever 11-second lap time turn here at the Douglas County Dirt Track. Here is a look at Zeb Wise's lap here on your FloRacing screen. And Ben, he absolutely rolled himself a lap right here. First time here, it didn't matter. He's got a new track record.
It didn't matter at all, as searching for a big win here in the state of Oregon.
Yeah, first win of the year for Zeb with High Limit Racing if he can get it done. He was quickest. Top 5 in Flight A was Wise, Brent Marks, Justin Peck, Brad Sweet, and Corey Day. Top 5 from Flight B, Justin Sanders, Jarrett Soares, James McFadden, Tyler Courtney, and Dominic Selzy. So those are your fast 10 drivers from Flight A and Flight B. Cars will now make their way back towards the pit area. And just like that, we are ready for opening ceremonies right after this break on FloRacing.